This question might be on your mind for some time. You might be postponing deciding because you are not sure and may be afraid. I hope I can help you with your thought process. So, should you buy your own house? Or should you continue renting? Especially when you are working abroad as overseas worker. If you are new here, let me introduce myself first. My name is Rosel, aka from the abroad, and I am your Pinay expat here in the Netherlands. I would like to give you a little bit more context of my actual experience related to the topic for today. So briefly, I worked in the Philippines for 4 years and rented an apartment in Alabang. Then I moved to Thailand and continue renting in Bangkok for almost 9 years. Then moved to Germany and continue renting for 3 years. Then I moved to Netherlands, rented for 1.5 years. And then finally bought our new house in February 2021. In summary, I have rented for the past 18 years. Indeed, that long. Is it bad? My answer is, who said it's bad? We always look at renting with only the disadvantage of we are flushing our money to the drain and the house is not in accordance to the design we wanted. But there are also advantages to it. Let me outline to you in case you are renting and have not realized this until now. First, if you are renting a furnished apartment, you will save money on buying furnitures and electric appliances. Of course, you will not have a choice on the brand and the design. But you can save considerable amount of money from this. And these items are also depreciating its value through time. Because there's going to be a new model coming out, there's going to be a completely new design that's going to revolutionize the market. It's also like a fast fashion. Let me give you an example. Installing a cabinet will cost 20% of the material costs for the labor. So imagine a 1,000 euro cabinet, you can easily pay 200 euro or 12,000 pesos for someone to assemble it for you. In short, in total, one piece of a cabinet will cost you around 1,200 euro, which is equivalent to 72,000 pesos. And you will have a lot of cabinets in your home. And that cost is going to come out from your pocket. If you are renting a furnished apartment, this is already installed at your home, care of the landlord. Second, In many cases, you as a renter will not need to pay the property tax because it is not yours. And the building and the property insurances is also not going to be paid by yourself as a renter. This costs money as well, and you will also save from it. In my case before, I don't need to pay this, and it can easily sum up to 600 to 1,000 euro per year. So imagine paying some sort of 60,000 pesos per year for this expense if you are owning where you live. The third advantage is that when you have broken pipes, clogged drainage, light issues, in many rental contracts, the owners are helping to fix this. So long, of course, that they are not intentionally broken or damaged by the renter. Again here, you will save money and time to find and wait for the right person or laborer to do the job. For example, putting up one light, I was quoted 40 euro or 2,400 pesos. Just imagine, if you have 10 lights at home, how much it will cost you, and that's only for the lights. A plumber is also difficult to find here and easily can cost you hundreds of dollars, and you need to wait for several weeks and not days before it is done. So imagine the cost and the headache of fixing issues at your home. If you are renting, your landlord is going to help you. Easy. The fourth one is what I like the most. There is a very high chance your landlord will also become a friend. Me being an expat for a lot of years and not in my home country, without relatives present in countries where I go, I really appreciate when someone is treating me as a friend or like a very close relative. And in my experience of renting, all of my landlord became close to us. Because I have one rule in dealing with other people. Respect begets respect. And the rest follows. The fifth and final advantage that I can think of: you don't need to go through the hassle of selling your property when you are leaving that country. This advantage has served me for the many transfers that I have done. You will be very agile to move when needed. For example, if you want a different scenery, different vibe, then you can easily just move to a different city and transfer. If your work changed in location, you can easily follow near to it. You only need to notify your landlord according to the contract's notice period of you terminating it. that easy. And there may be more advantages that I have not outlined from my experience, and you may have more. If you do, please leave it in the comments so I can also learn from you. And of course, I would like to demystify in this video that when you are renting, you are judged that you can't afford to buy a new house. That is completely wrong judgment. I have known so many renters who have huge savings. They are just smart when to invest in the right time according to their judgment, research, and personal situation. So now, when do you decide it's time to buy a house? Buying a house is definitely exciting if you are 100% decided in doing it. If you have any doubts about your decision, I would recommend you to think twice, thrice, over and over again until you became fully satisfied. Again, when do you decide it's time to buy a house? This is a $1 million question, and it is definitely going to be a big decision. But let me share with you what are the 2 big points I used to decide with my husband. First, reflect on your situation. And I will repeat, on your situation, not the situation of others. In here, when you reflect and when you ask the trigger questions, I would encourage you to be completely honest to yourself. What is your midterm plan for yourself or for your family? Are you going to stay in the country for like 5 years minimum? Why are you thinking of staying here long? Is it because you can integrate well in the culture of this country or the country you are in? Do you like the country's social benefits? If you have a family, is your husband with you on this decision? Residing far from your loved ones, like your parents and your sisters, will you feel good about it? Can you handle the emotional toll of being far away from them? If you will feel emotionally down at some point, can you manage yourself? If all the answers to these trigger questions is always no, or most of them no, then don't buy a house in that country. Whatever others tell you, you need to reflect on your situation and you should not compare yourself with others. However, if the answer mostly is yes, maybe not perfect for all of them, then maybe it's a good decision to take the risk. Buy the house. Second, big point to consider that can help you decide. Research on what is the housing market situation in the country where you are in. Is it favorable for you to buy now because it's going to be a good investment in the future? To answer this, research is important and reading. For example, here in the Netherlands, the housing market situation is that the volume is not enough to meet the increasing demand. As a matter of fact, I read that the Dutch house price rises by almost 20% versus the second quarter of 2020. Let's move into specific details now. For example, our house, which we bought for 350,000 euro, which is equivalent to 21 million pesos, last year, is now going to sell for 420,000 euro, equivalent to 25 million peso. Easy math. If you are successful selling, if we are successful selling our house, if we decided to do so, we can easily earn 4 million peso just by buying and selling it. But that's not our intention. But I hope you get what I meant by researching on the housing market situation of your country. Very enticing indeed to own a house in the Netherlands. And in the next videos, I will share with you our journey in owning a house, and hopefully I can also ask friends to join me in sharing their experience. So, are you still undecided? You still don't know whether you will buy a house or not? It's completely fine. Do not rush. It's the worst thing that you will do. All we see in this world are material things. If you end up not owning a house in your lifetime, it is completely fine and it is not a sin. Do not buy a house just because of society's pressure. Do not fall in that trap. Also, do not buy just because an agent you know is offering you something. Do proper research and spend time. Thank you to one of my kababayan who left her comment asking me to do this kind of videos. I will definitely jump into the series to help you in your journey of buying a house here in the Netherlands. That will be in the next videos. Until the next time, mga kapromdi, don't forget to subscribe. It means the world to me. Please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment so YouTube algorithms will actually see it and will recommend this video. God bless everyone and stay safe wherever you are. Paalam mga ka-Fromdi! Bye-bye!